You know what? I haven't played y'all this Red Hot Chili Pepper. Yeah, I have. Never mind. That's a lot. All right. I'll tell you what. We're going to go with do, 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 do. Erica Badu. We're going to play. I'm sorry, y'all. In my mind, I already knew what I was going to play, but clearly I was wrong. She said back later. Oh, we're going to do No Love. No Love. Let's go. Hey YouTube, it's Jess and Jess Talks, and this is episode 41. So those of you that are just tapping in or just tapping in, we are always talking about mental health driven conversations because everything starts in your mind. If you don't have things together mentally, it's hard for you to do anything else in your life. And we say push through because we're all pushing through something. Somebody has something that they're working on and working towards that they're trying to move forward in, and sometimes it's a person, place, thing that is slowing us up. So it's our job to figure out what is going on. How can I redirect my energy in a positive way instead of a negative way? Because every reaction has an action, every action has a reaction. Sometimes good things happen and we're excited and we love it. And sometimes stuff happen and we hate it and we wish we wasn't there, and we're trying to figure out why not me. We're trying to figure out who life is this. We're trying to figure out how did I get into this situation today. So I want to encourage you guys to tell me about some things that you've been going through that you're trying to push through. Because at the end of the day, we all trying to make it. We all out here getting things done because we're not gonna sit there and feel sorry for ourselves. Because at the end of the day, it's your decision what you do. You can wait for something to happen for you, or you can make something happen. I listen to Eric Thomas, like I always tell y'all, ET, and he's always telling his story. And his story was based on him growing up. He ended up being homeless. He ended up eating off the trash, eating off the ground, and he had to remind himself that this is not the life for him. He had greater things in store. God had great things in store for his life, and this was just a part of his story. It wasn't who he was. It wasn't what his life was going to be. So I feel like it's important for you to understand your story. So my story is not his. I wasn't homeless. I didn't have to eat out the trash, but I tell you what, I went through other things. I had other struggles I had to push through on. And because of that, I'm here today talking to y'all. Because if you don't have nothing to tell somebody, then how you gonna help somebody else? Your story is your story. Everybody else is trying to push through on their end. So you can't tell them what they're going through isn't important, just like they can't tell you what you're going through not important. So let's tap in. Let's be respectful always, because you don't want nobody being mean to you. Like I tell my kids, treat others how you want to be treated. But if you have to, go ahead and bless them, go and bless them real quick. Bless them real quick and bless them real good. Okay, so we have a question. What's the biggest lesson you learned about yourself when you had to push through? Oh my God. So I know this right off the top of my head. My child, my beautiful baby girl, has some issues mentally that show me the issues I had mentally, actually, because when somebody you take care of or you love, you feel what they feel always. It's non-negotiable. If you truly love someone, if you truly care for someone, you're gonna internalize the feelings that they have one way or the other. It could be in a positive light and you react and it make it worse for the situation at hand. Or you can say, you know what, how can I help them? Or what do I need to do so I can be more prepared to assist them through that? And I feel like her going through that was a big thing for me because of what happened with her mental health and how things unfolded. I ended up losing my job as a police officer that I worked really hard for. That I loved doing it. Actually, some people say they can't even see me being a police officer, but I was really good at it. I was really good at it. I was fair. I was very consistent. I was extremely big on my integrity because at the end of the day, you should be able to do the right thing if somebody is watching or not. But fast forward on that point. But my daughter went through those things she went through, and I had to be present for her. So God has a plan. You can't make all the plans you want to, but your plan don't matter. God's plan is the only one that's going to actually unfold the right way anyway. But I had to work through some things, understanding that that's my child and I'm in care of her. I take care of her, and whatever's going on in her life, that I have to make sure that she good. So that was the hard part, knowing that she going through all these things, but at the end of the day, she may have caused a thing happen to me that I didn't care for, or I didn't like, or I felt like it was traumatizing to me. But at the end of the day, she did it anyway. And so I had to push through and be the bigger person. And I feel like I do that in all the relationships in my life, not just with my kids. Be the bigger person and understand it's a bigger plan at hand for her. And now she is most definitely thriving and she's doing an amazing job in life. So I thank God that I did push through because my baby is important and everything she's doing is important. So let's go. All right, so we're going to get back on the radio just a second. Somebody's on punishment. KRB is Jess, and I hope y'all enjoyed those tunes by Erica Badu. No love, no love. So, pushing through. We're just doing a recap today on everything that we have had to push through on and go through our life lessons. As I say, these are life lessons. We're not gonna let it be something negative. It's always something positive. Life lessons. And so we have Mr. Reed here with us today. He tapped in and came in. And so tell the people what you got going on. Well, how do you have to push through? What's something you had to push through on?
I just had to push through that traffic, that H-Town traffic, man. Golly. Houston, slow down on the construction projects. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have activities and construction at the same time. We got to figure something out because the commute is
Out of
becoming
line.
too challenging. Yeah.
Out of line and out of order.
For sure. But pushing through outside of traffic, man, myself, mental blocks,
Yeah.
overthinking. Sometimes we got to push through the challenges we place in front of ourselves
Oh. Because what?
because we get in the way. We look so much or think the challenges always come from an external source
Right.
when a lot of times if we're in our work, you know what I mean, a lot of times we find out that they come internally, man. We overthink things. We want to be perfect. We want to wait for this and that. You know, when
Yeah.
scripture tells us we can't even worry about tomorrow because tomorrow has its own challenges for itself. We need to focus on the moment in time today to create the most impact for what we want to do. So sometimes we need to push through ourselves,
Okay.
uh, second guessing, and
Come on here.
just that little doubt.
Procrastination.
Because we believe in ourselves, but sometimes that doubt still arises, and
Yeah.
we got
I
to
know
push
that's
through
right.
that.
Got to.
Yeah,
I appreciate that,
for
sir.
sure.
And so, out of all the things we've discussed thus far in season 5,
Hmm.
what stuck out to you as far as the topics? What do you feel like we may need to revisit?
We may need to revisit the maintenance of our own cup.
Oh,
Check on people, see how they've been doing. That's been a few weeks.
yeah.
You know, see how that message resonated, and did that invoke change or thought into progression. So we all need to know about that. We all need
Okay.
to know about that every day because I find myself still daily questioning myself. Okay, is this when I make this decision? Am I pulling from my overflow or am I
Mm-hmm.
pulling
From the
from
main
me? Yeah, am
source.
I gonna be
Yeah.
drained after doing this,
Man.
or might I feel a little more energy because the overflow is gone? I need to let some more,
Replenish. Come on
replenish the
here.
overflow, but not
Yeah.
replenish my cup.
Come on here.
So that's different. So yeah, maybe that that's
That's
important.
we have a question. So
Okay.
someone says, are there any practices or routines that help you stay strong when life feels heavy?
If not, there should be. My practice and routine is honestly kind of tapping into the scriptures.
Okay.
Through many challenges of my life, when I looked outside of the scriptures, when I asked other people for advice, when I felt I could give myself that advice, and took it, and it wasn't the best decision to make. I found out the hard way, but every time I found an answer in the scripture,
Yeah.
it was final, it was absolute, and it worked. And when I shared it with others, it worked for them too. Sometimes people give advice and say, well, this is what I did.
Yeah.
This is what
Right.
worked for me. I don't know, it might not work for you. Well, every time I use an answer I found out of the scripture, I knew for sure that it was going to work for them. You know what I mean? Just because of the evidence in my life and from others before them.
Mm.
Them answers found in the scripture
Yeah.
is for sure. But you have to be open enough
Come on here.
and vulnerable enough,
That's a strong word. Say that last word
yeah,
again.
vulnerable. You have to be
What does
vulnerable.
that mean to be vulnerable?
Man,
What did
what
that
I
mean,
walked into,
friend?
hold on, I just
What did that mean, friend? What did that mean?
that's something. Vulnerability is being unapologetically yourself,
Okay.
and accepting that. Except first, you have to be okay with you.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You have to be okay with you. And then once you're okay with you,
Yeah.
now you can share yourself. Gracias. Now you can share yourself with others,
Yeah.
but you have to be okay with you first. So, reading the scripture, if you really want answers and solutions, you have to know who you are. You have to accept good, bad, ugly,
Oh, heavy on the
and
uglies.
heavy on the ugly. We gotta know how ugly we are on the
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah. That
You know,
monster.
it's
You
a
don't,
month.
you don't know how strong you are mentally until that monster come out of you. That
Hey,
person, that side of you that you never saw. So when you
hey,
walked in, and not to cut you off, but I'm saying it for a real reason because it was a question saying like, what was the question? Okay, what was the biggest lesson that I had to learn about
mm,
myself and I had to push through? And I always tell people it's always usually my children, mainly because it ain't too many things that can bother me. Everything
yeah.
else is exterior. I ain't got nothing to do with
But
it
how
no
do we
way.
get there though?
But so what I learned was her having an internal issue.
Mm-hmm.
It overflowed into my internal and external because as my kid, if
Mm-hmm.
my kid is suffering, I'm suffering in a
Yes,
way. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
Because you
yes.
can't say you love somebody and
No, I'm talking
you
about.
taking care of them and all that, and you don't feel what they feel.
Yeah,
It's not that's not real love if you ain't felt it. You know what I'm saying?
no, yeah.
And I was just like saying I had to push through on knowing that what happened with her caused things to happen in my life. And at first I blamed her, but that's not fair to her because at the end of the day, she was going through something that was out of her control in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
But she made some decisions that she could have controlled in the same time. So it was like a double edged sword, as they say.
Yeah,
And it was like I could either be like, forget her, I ain't do this, I ain't got time for this, I did my part type thing, or do the work. And I ain't gonna lie, I did both. At first, I was like, man, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew for a fact I hadn't done nothing for that
yeah,
little girl to be acting the way she was acting. Not
yeah.
me. I was only trying to make life better for us. So that was something hard for me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like after pushing through that and making it through that and still being able to provide for them even after losing my main source of income at that
Mm-hmm.
time, and
Mm-hmm.
I had to depend on the principles by Jess LLC, and it
Mm.
showed me what I was made of. It showed me that I can do more than just this. You know what I'm
Then
saying?
just
It's
this.
no right. It's no limitations on me. The only limitations we have is the ones we put on ourselves. So that's what I learned about myself through that. And I probably wouldn't even learn. I ain't gonna say probably. I wouldn't even thought that far into it had that not happened.
Well, it's usually a situation that gives us a sucker punch. You know what I'm saying? That wakes us up.
Feel like this should choke me out.
You know, put you in fight or flight. Yeah, for real. That sucker punch take you in. You know what I'm saying? The ref blowing his whistle, but that son gonna get one more, and you your guard down, everything.
Man, look, I'm trying
son
to
gonna get one more, damn, they'll take you out the game.
Out.
But
out.
Man, I'm glad that you're able to share a vulnerable story.
Oh yeah.
Such as one with your children, because
it wasn't always easy.
No, it's not. But I get tired of people acting like ain't nothing going on in their lives, man. And society can't grow if they have no instances to
no
reflect
real
on.
substances.
And then real talk. The Most High can't do no work if everything is cool.
Come on.
If everything cool.
If everything good, then you might as well come home. if you done did it, I'm just being honest. If you done did it all,
what you
doing? Taking up space.
You might as well go come on. Punch the clock.
You done did your time.
Punch the clock.
Go come back.
Golly,
welcome back, goddamn.
Yeah, punch the clock, man. Let's have a meeting. Because damn, what's going on? Like we ain't here to do nothing. You know, so
you gotta live on purpose, with purpose, on purpose.
Say it again one more time.
You have to live on purpose.
Yeah.
With purpose.
With purpose.
On purpose.
On purpose.
I got that from my pastor. Shout out to Pastor K. Love you, baby. It's like, so I ain't gonna act like I came up with it. I did it.
I like that. That was I saw. A video.
I added a little sauce, but for the most part, I got it from him.
I like that though. That's hard.
Yeah.
I saw a video when you was talking earlier, referencing about pain, and the video spoke about when we slam our fingers in the door.
Come on.
We jump up and down with our legs, like we feel the pain in our legs. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Yeah, I got a nail right now that don't grow all the way.
The nerves, and everything. Yeah, from our fingers is all connected and shot to our legs, and that's what we using to express the pain.
Come on.
And so he likened that to relationships that we have, and how when we're going through things, painful situations, you know, that leave us sometime out of there, you know. And the people we thought was connected to us,
that's the one.
Act as if they don't feel anything. You know,
they
don't feel anything. Where's
that's crazy.
Pay attention
I had that crazy.
To the friends who can
God,
feel
you,
and the friends who can't feel you.
Don't tell me that's crazy. That's it for me. If I ain't gonna hear from you, you hear from me no more, baby.
Pay attention to the friends who can feel you and the ones who can't, because we only keeping the ones around that's jumping around when I slam my finger in the door.
Come on here. Come on.
You don't feel nothing. If that body part is dead, they usually amputate those.
Yeah, they take that off.
Yeah, so.
Ain't no blood flowing through there.
Hey, that's part of that overflow. You know what I'm saying? And I pay attention.
And so I have a question for you. All right. So do you have a go-to mantra, affirmation that helps you when you're feeling stuck? What do you do?
I play music.
Okay.
I play music. It depends on what's going on, but usually I wake up spiritually. I play.
My boy say he wake up motivated.
I wake up spiritually. Hey, real talk though. Real talk. I have to, because I spent so many years waiting on others to do it.
Ooh,
Tripping.
come on.
Tripping though.
Come on.
Allowing myself to get let down.
That's
because
all they
don't
gonna
nobody give a fuck.
Nobody.
Don't nobody care.
Yeah, you can say it. It's it's a safe space.
You spend so much time, you feel me, waiting on
outside Mr. Reed.
Validation. Man, look.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not gonna act right. I'm just gonna be honest.
You got it.
It's not happening.
If you waiting on outside validation, man, you're gonna set yourself up.
Let's go.
You're gonna set yourself up. No one gives a damn.
No day, no time.
No, period. So, they
gonna say, man, you hear my prayers. Whole time they finna get back on their yacht. They finna go ahead and
they still going on the trip.
Swiping, no swiping.
They didn't lose their job. They didn't get evicted from their place.
They ain't lost no sleep behind what happened.
They ain't get repoed.
But and it's the thing though, we ain't saying we want nobody to do that. We're not saying that you got to be feeling sad because I'm having a hardship. But what I'm saying is, I need to feel like you cared if you are somebody that I feel like is near and dear to my heart.
For sure.
I can't feel like after I talk to you, I just feel like no type of motivation, energy from you. I can't feel no kind of discernment that you had a word for me. Because if I can't come to you, Reed, and feel like I can get a word from you, you ain't my real friend, no way. You know what I'm saying?
That's
because I don't want nobody around me that's not spiritually led.
That's the truth.
In real life. I don't care if you could be making more than me, less than me, whatever. But if I have any kind of conversation with you and it's not no real conversations, you wasting my time. And you most definitely finna get an extra.
But we had to grow to that though. We had to grow to that because a friend
Reed stop coming in hot. I do.
In childhood, a friend is someone that made you feel good.
Oh yeah.
That was it. At first, all it took for you to let your guard down and really start to communicate.
Yeah, if they say, hey.
That, or just whatever.
My friend.
It made you feel good. On the playground, they may have just pushed you on the swing twice.
Yeah, right.
And from that moment, y'all been kicking.
We locked in.
Locked in. So, but as we grow, we understand, man, motherfucker push you on that swing just to see what type of perfume you wearing. You feel me? Just to see what you got in your pocket. Why they pushing? They
come on here, because what they say that somebody can act like they're your friend for a very long time,
man,
and then as soon as they no longer see a benefit. Now they're using everything they learned about you against you. And so what they say, they smile in your face.
Yeah.
All the while trying to take your place.
Take your place.
Those backstabbers.
Motherfuckers. They got sharp knives too, man. See, I gotta be careful. Sharp knives. But that still goes back to understanding your maintenance of your cup, man. When you understand understand your flaws, accept your flaws, accept them, and if you have a problem with them, make a conscious decision to change.
For sure.
Not because somebody else says something about your weight, or because somebody else says something about your cleanliness or anything, or do it because you feel convicted on internally.
It won't last if that's not what you like. If it's not something that you're convicted on, it won't last anyway. It'll be very temporary. And so I always play this, but I like it, so I'm gonna play it again.
Play it. We on.
I'm gonna play it. I don't care.
We on Jess Talks on
KERB.
So
it's KERB live.
You did.
So it is Misunderstanding by LB Shore. It's one of my go-tos. So because people always have a misunderstanding, that's like they don't know what's going on and going down.
So they be lying.
They be playing in your face.
They be lying.
Most definitely. Okay. So YouTube, I appreciate y'all for always tapping in with us Saturday 6 to 7. KERB online live radio broadcasting. And so Mr. Reed here is always on point. Y'all look at him. The man look nice every time. And I just really appreciate you for that. Because at the end of the day, Jess is gonna be cute, and so
Yeah,
I'm happy that you
yeah.
feel the vibe and you taking it in.
Oh
And you
man,
making sure.
shit. Come on
Look,
now.
I'm gonna. So,
Yeah.
but one thing I will say is I have these two kids, and both of my children has raved about this man food. And when I tell y'all, if y'all are not like in contact with a caterer that's gonna make you feel like you can eat their food for free, please fire them and never use them again. Because the
Mm,
food this man made, and I always say, and I'm saying it again, that man food was so good. We was all eating it cold without going to warm it up. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And that speaks volumes because just do not be eating nothing. If it's supposed to be hot, it gotta be hot for me. If it's supposed to be cold, it gotta be cold for me. But I'm telling you right now, I ate that chicken cold. That's all I can say. The chicken was
Hmm.
ate and it was cold. So
Hmm.
tell the people again. I'm always making tell the people where they can get in contact with you.
Man, guys, you got to get in contact with me ASAP because the calendar is filling up.
Yeah,
Excuse me. The calendar is filling up. We
quick.
had three engagements today, so
I know
y'all
that's
gotta
right.
y'all gotta tap in, man. Mr. Reed's Catering Company at the moment on Instagram. It's all one word.
Yeah.
MRREEDS Catering Company, y'all. Go on there, check it out. Shoot me a DM. If it's serious, I hit you with the number and we'll schedule a time and we'll get your consultation going and get
Come
you
on,
booked because no
consultation.
event is too big or too
Or
small.
too small.
Because Mr. Reed caters them all, man.
All of
We done shook out all the fakers. Y'all tired of people making promises and
Come
food is
on.
overcooked and there's no love in it, man. There's only one left. And
Come
that's your
on.
boy, man, in the city of
It's
Houston
your
at the
boy.
moment. But we'll be all over the nation, man. I'm sure pretty soon. So, man, Mr. Reed's Catering Company on Instagram,
Pretty soon, period.
pretty soon.
Okay.
No event is too big or too small because Mr. Reed caters them all, man. I
All
can't
of them.
say that enough because it's the truth. Today we had one for 25 people, then I had another one for 20, then yesterday it was like one for just almost 40.
Man.
And then you got 120 coming up
Come on here.
in a couple of weeks.
And see, y'all missing out.
You
Mr. Reed
got
is out here giving the people the food with love. He
with
love,
love,
man, with
with
love. He
love.
making sure everything is
I
laid
took
out
every
nice. He gonna
man,
be there before everybody get there. Like it ain't none of that. Oh man, I'm in traffic. Mr. Reed is gonna be there with that food. You hear me?
man. Listen,
Whatever time that thing start, he gonna be there way before that thing start and make sure that everything's laid out. Because when I tell y'all, he most definitely put a whole different spin on my event when he brought that food in there. The people were so excited when they walked in and smelled that food. You hear
yeah,
me?
that's what I tell people. The food can make or break your event.
Yes.
If a lot of times things happen at events, lighting problems, sound
Mm-hmm.
issues, the host might show up a little late, the
Yeah.
DJ not on
Some of
time,
that happens.
photographer's not on time. And so in the meantime,
Yeah.
everybody at the bar
Yeah.
and everybody want a little something to snack
Come on
on.
here. Cause you gotta
If
have some
you
food to
gotta
coat that
have some food
drink.
that if that food ain't on time,
Mm.
event over with.
Yeah.
But if that food on time,
It's on.
hey, you got grace. The event still can go on, be successful and everything. But if that food ain't on time, you done mess around chose the wrong
Come
caterer.
on here. Come on
Man,
here.
hey,
Come on, they weren't worth nothing.
for real. And
Don't let
if
them
you
do nothing
come back,
else.
like if you already came and then you decide to go do something, yes, I do double tax you. Yes, I do. I do. I already looked out the first time. That's
Come on
your
here.
bad. Yeah,
Come
we
on,
double
stop
tax.
playing.
For real. We double tax, man. You can't. I took time to make invoices and stuff, and
Thank
you
you.
didn't want to. Nah,
Let's go.
I got to pay for that.
So, KRB, once again, we thank you for allowing us to be on this radio broadcasting. When I tell y'all the work we be putting in to ensure that we are on here on time, that we're on here giving you real live information in the moment, in the time. just talking. Mr. Reed catering service out here, making sure that you have, I do a little something, I'm just talented, you know what I'm saying? It ain't, you can't really miss me, you know what I'm saying? It ain't a lot I cannot do,
She
you know
just
what I'm
talented.
saying? I'm
Yeah.
just talented.
Real talk.
So, see, you made me could have. I said I was gonna. No, I didn't say I was gonna write. That's why. But
Yeah.
any rate, whenever I do anything, y'all, I give it 120%. When I tell you anything that I do, I'm very exhausted afterwards, and I know for a fact that that's a good feeling for me because after I'm done, I'm done. Like I gave y'all all I could give y'all. I tried to give you the best resources possible. I look up different things to ensure that whatever I'm telling y'all is some factual stuff because I don't like when nobody lie to me. And that's the worst thing was to somebody play in my face. Do not play in my face. Play with your mama. Always. Do not play with
or
Jess,
Monopoly. They got
it's so
PlayStation
many
5s.
games
They got
that you can play.
checkers.
And I'm not one of them. I am not one of them.
Ridiculous.
For sure. I'm not one of them. And so I don't like nobody playing no games with me, so I don't play games with other people. So everything on this platform is 100% certified. I looked into it. I made sure y'all knew what the information. And we're going to so if you want to come in and be a part of season 5, please let us know. Chime in on Jess Talks. You can DM me on there. You can send me an email at Jessica Visor, JESSICAVISER at Impressive Results by Jess. I hate to spell it. I just realized that it's so long. IMPRESSIVE. Results RESULTS by BY JessJSS.com. That is my email account. And like I said, you can tap in on Jess Talks. You can tap in emailing me. And you can most definitely tap in on YouTube while we on here. So hey Jess, I wanna be a part of this. I wanna see what y'all got going on. And I'm always here to help. I'm just here to help. Matter of fact.
Here to help. Did you tell them about the available sponsorship slots?
Oh yeah. So if you would like to have your business, your events, something that you're working towards, promoted on here, let me know. And we have promotion deals for you. We are here to help. We can most definitely play it on the radio. We can have it available on YouTube and on our platforms. And so if you don't tell me, I can't help you. So if you want people to know you have a business, you gotta tell people you have a business. I learned that from one of my mentors. He's like, people don't know you have a business until you tell them.
Absolutely.
And so when he said that, I'm everywhere. You can't get on no platform and not see this face. You can't get on none of them. If you're gonna see my face or you're gonna see my products or you're gonna see some of the events I did, you can Google me and you will see everything that's going on my platforms with my events. And so I feel like it's just important, to give back in that way. Somebody needs to know that I'm from Acres Home and I made it out without stripping, without selling drugs, without having multiple baby daddies, all of that. Somebody needs to know that. I don't know who that's for, but that's for somebody. I feel like I just did the things that I wanted to do for me. I wanted to be a good example for the little girl that I was growing up. Now, some of y'all might not care about that, but I care. I care about seeing somebody that's doing things the right way and not taking shortcuts and not feeling like they have to give themselves away to get something in return. So that's just me.
Let's talk about shortcuts real quick. Shortcuts, man. Every time I took a shortcut, it didn't work out. I mean, every time I took one, it did not work out.
I'm talking about every time.
Every single time. Even when it may have looked like it was going to work out initially.
Right.
It did not work out. And by the time you found out, you were knee deep in some shit.
I'm talking about it's way too late.
Man.
It ain't safe.
Yeah. Beware the shortcuts, y'all. Don't, true success ain't got no shortcuts in it. Zero.
Okay. And so I have a question for you. How did you find the strength to push through the things that you went through? Oh, I'm gonna give you an example. You remember the time, and I said it before, y'all, so I don't care. I'm gonna say it again. That time when you were asked, you know what I'm asked you. When they told you, when they asked you, what do you do for your self-care? I don't even want you to think hard. I got one for you. How did you push through that thought process, knowing that you really didn't have a real answer?
Nah, That's too easy.
Come on. Well, tell me.
That's too easy.
Okay.
I got one.
I like that.
The first one
Challenge
would
me.
yeah. Now the first question you said, would I would ask it one more time.
The first one?
No, yeah. Before you just rephrased it,
Okay.
ask it one more time.
So, how did you find strength when you were
Okay,
going
there we
through?
go. Yeah. How did I find strength when I was going through
Yes.
things? What I found out, where I found out the strength came
Come on
from,
here.
because I didn't know where the strength came from.
I know that's right.
That's the kicker. I don't know where the strength came from. I found out I was the one chose to go through
Mm.
whatever
Mm.
needed to happen at that time. I was the vessel
Yeah.
chosen to experience this trial
Come on here.
and show everybody who watching that the Most High is still in the winning business.
Mm.
So I overstand now and
Come on here.
understand that
Oh yeah, because we said we ain't understanding
I
nothing.
don't understand anything
No understanding.
outside of the Most High.
So we go. Shots fired.
Yeah.
No understanding.
Zero understanding. Zero
Zero.
understanding. But I realize today that the strength comes from the Most High, but it also comes from prayers that was prayed for me before I even got here.
Come on. Say it again.
These were prayers that was prayed for me before I even got here.
Prayers that was so when you say that before you got here, what you mean? Before you even walked on this
Before I
earth?
ain't walked on, before my pop.
Come on,
let
me
me loose. Oh, my pop, let me loose.
Before he went and shot the club up.
Man.
I know that's right. I know
there was some
right.
prayers
in place.
For me. There was some ancestors of mine that knew they couldn't see it to the end.
Yeah.
But they knew that their line would make it.
Lineage.
And man, I just turned out to be
came through. Yeah.
That they was praying about.
I tell these people, I'm the last real nigga left, and don't nobody want to accept it. Then they get mad. You know what I'm saying? When I'm out here shining and glad,
there's no way that I can make it out of things that I've experienced.
Come on.
With still love in my heart. If there wasn't, prayers or provisions, spiritual provisions already set for me, man.
Because you could have been bitter.
I could have been dead. I was supposed to be gone. Yeah, I could have dimmed my light all the way and allowed the enemy to win. I could have cursed the fun. I could have done all kind of things. And I'm not gonna act like I didn't plan it.
Come on here.
Oh, I planned it, wrote it out.
So get right in on the.
I'm talking about, hey, for real.
Let's go. Tell the truth.
I ain't tripping. Because I can be vulnerable because I'm cool. I already had this conversation with the Father. I'm cool. Yeah. I'm not embarrassed about nothing in my life. I'm not ashamed about anything. Man, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's an experience. We had to experience things, but I didn't know. I was asking myself while I'm going through those things, man, where am I getting this strength from? My brother, my older brother passed. At the time I had a landscaping business going. I was working full-time in finance, oil and gas. Okay. But on the weekends, I was doing landscaping. My brother passed on a Friday evening after I got off. And Saturday morning, I was I was doing the landscaping job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is my older brother
Yeah.
in the house with me, you know. But Saturday morning, I was doing a landscaping job because whatever I say I do, I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Man of your
But
word.
where do I get that strength from? I don't know. I was asking myself in that moment. I know
Right.
today,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah. We got you. You telling the
I got,
story.
I
Yeah.
got, man, I got people that were praying for me
Yeah.
long time ago, long time ago, and they knew they couldn't get there, but they knew that their line would.
Hmm.
And it's wild to understand that you're the one that was chosen
Chosen. Because many are
to get it.
called,
Many are called, but few are
but
chosen.
few. It's only a
Yeah,
chosen few.
yeah.
God,
Yeah.
dog.
So like,
Come
can't
on.
nothing
Round of
happen.
applause again. I just can't even let that go by and not clap that out. Mm.
Man, wow. I've
So
never even talked about that.
that's come on here. I'm glad you see.
For
We
real.
just talking, so it's it's a safe
I've never
space.
even.
When you just talking, it ain't really. What I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's a big deal, but we
man.
ain't trying to make nobody feel uncomfortable.
We
We
just
want
talking
everybody to understand that.
for
And so
sure.
I want everybody to know everything I do. I don't always have like a plan. Like, man, if this don't happen, forget all of this. But I have a plan of making sure people feel safe in my space, and that's big to me. You know what I'm saying? Like the first
Mhm.
time I ever met this man, you know, I didn't treat him like I just met him. I don't know how to do that. Like my grandmother raised us that we don't meet strangers. You pay attention, you cautious, and you pray over everything that you do. Remember that, pray over everything that you do, all your encounters, all your interactions. But at the end of the day, when I met him, he came through a trusted friend, and that's another thing. You
Mhm.
gotta make sure you have real people around you because if you
Yeah,
don't,
yeah,
baby, the snakes no longer hiding in the grass.
yeah,
They walking around, okay?
yeah, yeah.
And it's like you can't hurt me if I meant to do what I did, and that's one thing I've learned. And so when I
Man,
met
there you
him,
go.
I was like, you know
So
what?
me,
If my boy Wayne, once again, shout out to that boy Waylon,
Henry,
that boy Waylon Henry.
Henry, Big
So
H.
the big H, not the little ones.
Now the
And,
big
and
one.
so when he brought him into my space, he was just like, "Oh man, I know I said you know me. Yeah, I know you. You be doing a lot, but I love you." He say, "Well, I got somebody that's gonna come with me. Is that okay with you?" I say, "You know what? If he good with you, then he could come." And that's important. I don't say that to a lot of people because my
Mm-hmm.
friends know I won't go to their stuff if certain people at their stuff because I don't like
Mm-hmm.
nobody messing with my energy. Don't get
Mm-hmm.
me wrong. I know how to, shift and I know how to deal with people I don't like, but I'm not gonna use my gas and spend my money to go nowhere that I feel like I may be the least
Mm-hmm.
uncomfortable in that space. I don't believe in that. So they can take it how they want to always. But when it comes to that boy Waylon, if he tell me that somebody is good, they good. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't even finna question them, none of that. And
Yeah.
I don't say that about many people at all. It's family members.
Well, way solid, man.
Look,
And 9 times he done already sized them up. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So
See, but he's a Virgo. That's another
yeah,
thing.
he done
So it's
already,
Virgos. We're spiritually in tune, so
yeah.
we can smell the bullshit a mile away. Always,
Yeah,
at all times,
yeah.
at all times.
That boy
But
Wade, man. That boy Wade. Shout out to Wade, man. But yeah, wow, yeah, you had listeners is asking questions tonight.
and so I got another one. So we can both answer this. How do you define the difference between pushing through for something worth fighting for versus something that's hurting you? Man, I'm gonna say that I can say from the first situation I brought up, it was that way. Like it's my kid, and this situation is most definitely hurting me. I had to go to therapy. I had to try to figure out how I was gonna pay our bills, like all of this stuff. So it was most definitely hurting me. But to know that my child is a child and she didn't ask to be here. And because God blessed me with the capability to be able to have her and be here for her,
Mm-hmm.
physically here for her, presently here for her, regardless if my mental health is suffering or not. I have to take care of two people. It's two people that I'm responsible for. So with me knowing that, with me understanding that, I don't have a choice. And people say you do have a choice. It's not a choice. Like if you feel like it's a choice, then you ain't worth shit no way.
Square business. Square business.
If you feel like the people that you brought into this world, if it's the daddy or the mama, feel like you don't have to do anything, you were sorry as shit. Sorry.
That's the truth.
I'm just gonna have to say it.
That is the truth.
And people can take it how they want to. I know some people, give their kids for adoption and all that, but if you brought a child into this world and you're alive, you should be taking care of your own child. That's just how I feel.
That's the truth. I agree, man. Children are a blessing. They're not a hindrance. They're not a curse. They're not a problem.
Nope.
People are the problem. Grown-ups are the problem.
Thank you.
Grown-ups are full of shit.
Heavy.
And
Under full of shit.
Yeah, like the stinky kind, not the baby kind. We talking about the
grown man.
Yeah. Come on, man. Y'all be tripping. I was at a program, my daughter's program, the other day.
Shout out to the daughter.
Shout out to Boo Boo. She did her thing. But while the children are performing, all the adults in the audience is talking. The choir director got to stop the kids from singing and everything, got to turn around and ask grown folk to be quiet so the babies can perform.
That's so disrespectful.
And so we in a society today where the adults not listening to the children.
And that's the problem. And that's the problem. That's a real problem.
That is, come on. Like one guy got up. I almost got up. But this Hispanic guy got up in front of me and turned around and said silence. But I was gonna get up and go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You was gonna give it to him.
Man,
you was gonna give it to him.
Southside
style.
What? What? Come on. I'm talking like you can't hear nothing. You can't hear nothing the children are saying because grown-ups is running their mouth on a goddamn Thursday. It's a Thursday evening, man, and hundreds of grown-ups.
Yeah.
And there's only about 20 children on stage.
So they most definitely gonna overpower them. So I hate that.
This is where we are today.
I'm gonna let you answer the question. I'm gonna ask it again. How do you define the difference between pushing through for something worth fighting for versus something that's hurting you?
Usually everything that's worth fighting for is something that's hurting you.
Oh.
Right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Usually everything that's worth fighting for.
Usually.
Is something that's hurting you.
Yeah.
Everything that was worth, when I recall on my life, worth me even standing up, saying something about, is something that was either hurting me internally or I was putting myself in danger by standing up, maybe for somebody else.
Yeah. Oh, so say that again. Standing up for somebody else, just putting yourself in danger.
Yes.
Y'all pay attention to that because I've been talking to children about that a whole lot.
Yeah.
And it's crazy you said that because you're trying to be super saver hoe when these hoes don't want to be saved.
No, they don't want to be saved, but I gotta save them. I'm the nigga gonna save. Man, it was a group of teenagers. My children was young. It was a group of teenagers. It was holiday time. We outside chilling, doing family stuff.
Gotcha.
A group of teenagers is running from the police in a car. Just don't happen to come down the street that we on. They wrecked the car. They hit like 2-3 cars.
Really?
Speeding down the street. Laws chasing them. And then we hear, pow! Like they probably hit a tree. Ain't no telling what they hit. But then 3 of them jump out the car and, of course, scatter.
Yeah.
Took out. Laws mad, hot, chasing these kids. And they passing us up now. Now they coming back on foot, running past me. First they
Yeah.
was in a car driving past me.
Yeah.
Now they coming back on foot, running from the laws right past me. And the law running behind him, he mad. He hot. Them kids scatting on his ass. I'm talking about
Speed right
gone. And this nigga out of breath.
Right.
But this fool clench his pistol
Oof.
as he running by me. Hell no, dog. Not on my watch. I put my drink down and I took off after the youngsters. Passed the law up. Took out. It was two young girls and one young boy.
Yeah.
The girls was just scared. They outside in skirts and ain't no telling what they was doing.
Yeah.
Outside in skirts and dresses. Man, I took off. Gone. Passed the lawman up. I say, man, you need to take your hand as I'm passing up. You need to take your hand off your belt. And I'm gone. I catch the girl. I'm yelling at the girl. Girl, stop.
Yeah.
You already messed up.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Yeah.
Quit running. Stop. Don't make it no worse. I get in front of them. Now I catch them.
Yeah.
I don't know where I get to the speed from right then.
Yeah.
Because they already gone. I catch the girl. I'm like, stop. Just quit
you know
running,
you got
man.
the strength from because this man loves children. He loves people,
Man.
but he has a really big heart for the babies. You hear me?
Man.
And so
Man.
I'm not surprised at all with you telling me this story. Let me just say that.
Put my life on. If you don't put your life on the line for something, it's gonna be taken for nothing.
Yeah, you gotta stand for something.
You know what I'm saying?
Stand for anything.
Come on, you gonna fall for anything.
For sure.
It's gonna be taken for nothing. But I ain't no telling. You know, I could have stopped a cop from shooting some kids behind him being not being emotionally intelligent.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at you.
Yeah, him not being emotionally intelligent and them children trying to have a good time not being emotionally intelligent. But yes, you have to put your somebody has to.
Yeah.
Dr. King did. Dr. King walked into everything he did.
No problem.
Man, Malcolm X did.
Stood on big business.
The Black Panthers did.
No, that's for sure.
Marcus Garvey did.
Speaking on that, I still need to figure out why they picked the shortest month for our month, but that's a whole nother story. Man,
these
look with the energy you giving, I'm finna leave y'all off with that Michael Jackson. Heal the world. Heal the world.
That's
you know
good.
What I'm saying?
That's
because
good.
We all working through something and pushing through something. And KERB, as always, I love you guys. Y'all are amazing. Hey. If you guys are not tapped in on KERB radio broadcasts online, you are missing out. It's so many extraordinary talk shows just like myself, as well as other DJs doing the thing, mixing it up. Okay. And so I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And thank you guys. KERB, we'll see y'all next Saturday.
Next week.
Okay, YouTube. Y'all tap in. Tell us what y'all got going on that you need to push through. Whatever you need to push through, this the time. We sending y'all all the positive vibes. We telling y'all can do this thing. Life is just lifing. Everybody feeling afraid and scared because of who's in charge. But y'all need to remember that they just in charge temporarily. They just passing through. So make sure y'all staying focused and doing the things that you believe in and staying true to what you believe in. Because like my boy say, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And that's a real thing. Your integrity is worth way more than what somebody think is cool, way more than what somebody think will benefit them. Like life is lifing, but you can't let that stand in your way. And so, as always, I want you to tell the people something good, Mr. Reed.
Man, I'm going to tell y'all, don't be surprised of what you see happening in the near future. You know, go read your scriptures, man. Go read Exodus. Go read where Moses uh, pled with Pharaoh on God's behalf to let his people go, right? And go read at all of what it took for Pharaoh to finally say, okay, okay, I'll let your people go. Y'all get out of
Come
here.
on.
Go read the whole story and understand, relate that story to today's time, y'all. Relate that story to today's time, because even after Moses got them people away from Pharaoh and they were on the way to the promised land, they continued to complain. They continued to have disdain and gossip, and they didn't work on themselves. They didn't show gratitude. They didn't show loyalty. They continued. They had that "What have you done for me lately?" Mindset, and y'all, they perished.
Yeah.
They couldn't make it to the promised land because of that attitude. The Most High won't let you get there with that attitude, because that's not what's going to bring us to where we need to be consciously
Yeah.
in this new world that we're stepping in. Go read Exodus and find out who you want to be. Do you want to be one of the ones that have to perish in the wilderness?
Come on.
Or do you want to be one of the ones that might make it to the promised land? But in order to be one of the ones that make it to the promised land, we got to change what we got going on in our brain.
For sure.
We have to change what we're doing for real, so we know, so he know, so the Most High know that we gonna do what he need us to do in the promised land, y'all. Right now we're in the wilderness. Don't be surprised when you hear these people unaliving themselves here soon. They got a lot of stuff going on, man. Don't be surprised when you see this turmoil and all these
Hey
plane
y'all.
crashes and helicopters doing crazy things and fires and freezes and earth. It's crazy, yes, because the world has to be shaken up.
Yeah.
The fake has to be shaken out so the real can thrive and sustain the new beginning. So go read Exodus and find out, are you one of them complainers, or are you one of the ones that's maintaining your faith to be ready to enter the promised land on the Most High's behalf? That's the only thing good I can give y'all today, man. And if you got messed up relationships, best time to repair them is yesterday. The
Yeah.
next best time to repair them is today. You
Look.
know.
So TikTok, we talking about pushing through. So tap in if you have anything you feel like you need to push through on, or
Hmm.
it's a situation that you feel like you should have pushed through on, but now you paying the price for not
Hey,
doing it.
for
We here
real.
for that.
For
And so
real.
YouTube, we love y'all. We thank y'all once again for always tapping in, always holding strong with us. So it's Jess and Jess Talks, and we will see you guys next Saturday as we push you. Matter of fact, I'll see y'all Monday for Motivation Monday,
Hmm.
and then Truth for Thursday. Then we'll see you again for KERB live radio broadcast. So it's Jess. Be blessed, and I love y'all.
Peace.
Look, so tell the people